Hey guys, welcome to the 5th devlog for Proelium. I'm going to do a very quick and short devlog that's straight to the point, tells you all the things I added, and then if you guys want to see sort of a background video on how I did it, then we can do that, but for now I'm going to try a shorter devlog style, much quicker, not scripted, because I need to make these a lot faster because they take a really long time, and it's also not as fun when I have to spend a lot of time making a devlog. So we're gonna do it like this for a couple weeks until we get to summertime because I still have school right now. Obviously it's online, but you get the point. I'm very busy, so it's hard to make really long devlogs. So I'm gonna show you what we did this week. So this week I did a basic rework of the NPC system, not complete yet, but it's getting there. I added the first in-game enemy, which is, if I can quickly, actually I'm not going to look at it now, but it's called the Slime. It's basically a direct rip of Terraria because at this point I just decided I want to recreate things from other games with different points of originality. That way I don't have to completely think up new ideas, but I'll get the coding experience for making those things because that's really what this project is. And then also with that, my favorite thing that I added this week was the armor system. So there's a whole, you can get sets of armor, you can make individual armor pieces, and the player can equip it to their body and get a certain amount of armor points, and that actually does reduce damage you take by a decent amount so far. So I think what I'm going to start with is I'm going to load up a new game and I'm going to show you how the slimes operate. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. Okay, so first thing you'll notice here that I just decided to point out is that my player is actually already wearing armor, and one thing to note is that I added to the sort of player select screen where you can make your character. Once you save a character who's wearing armor, it'll actually show up in the character select screen, so that way when you're loading up a new character, you can always see what kind of armor you have equipped in the game, which I thought was a cool sort of concept. But for the purpose of this video, I am going to reset my player here, and obviously I'm going to give myself the debug name, that way I can spawn in items because you currently can't obtain the armor without spawning it because I don't have an actual method for that. And yeah, I'm going to create a new world and we'll see what happens. Okay, so now we're in the game. Obviously you see something here, that's the new NPC because I didn't feel like making an entire NPC. So the new NPC system has a new bubble here, as you can see. The mouse also changes. The sprite for the mouse has a little blue plus next to it. I did a yellow plus for resources and a blue plus for NPCs, and then there's obviously a red plus when you hover over enemies. But yeah, you can talk to him as usual. There's a different button here now because the old button sprites are obviously deleted. You can see I named him Slime Man. This is actually where you can get an iron helmet. You can see it right here, and he'll offer you this so you can actually take it. That's a new type of NPC who will offer you an item when you first talk to them, and you can take it, and then they give you a special dialogue message after you actually receive that item. And then you can just talk to him normally with all these really fake, lines I gave him because I have to fill it in so it doesn't break the whole system. Obviously the shop is a thing, but I don't have anything but these old default items that are actually deleted so they don't render properly. But yeah, you can see I actually picked up an iron helmet here. You can also notice that there's a new tab on the side. So originally we had tools and weapons, resources. Now there's an armor tab. You can see down here list your armor. The way you have to equip an item is you click on the one you want to equip. And also I forgot there's a current bug with this, so I'm going to quickly reload. Okay, so to avoid the bug, I'm going to have to open my debug menu and actually spawn stuff in. So there's a few different changes here. You can see also at the debug menu, we have two item spawns. Like you remember the developer crown from before is actually a worn item now, so you have to wear it, which I thought was a really cool thing to add instead of it just being placed, because now there's obviously wearable items. Also the debug hammer, which does 900 damage, is also spawnable, so I can test out resources. Your position is displayed and your Z rotation is displayed also, so that's useful. But back to what I was doing is I actually have to pick up an item before I'm able to. For some reason, the thing with displaying the armor information, it seems to glitch out. I'm still working on that. But yeah, so now if we talk to him, every time you reload a game, you're going to be able to talk to him and take something. I'm going to probably create a system where it remembers that you've already talked to him, so you don't have to do that. But for now, that's not a thing. So yeah, if I click on this iron helmet here, you'll see obviously the helmet sprite, which looks like it's from Minecraft because, like I said, just trying to recreate stuff right now until I get an original sort of... I get all the systems in place. I'm trying to get every single system in place, such as armor, enemies, NPCs, and then once I do all that, I'm going to probably do a full, redo of everything. But you'll see iron helmet. Here's the armor points. It gives you 2 armor points, and you'll notice I can either equip or drop. Once I equipped, you'll see a little number come up over here. So once I have that equipped, first things first, you notice that I'm now wearing it. Additionally, there's an info bar over here that tells you how many points you have. Also down here you can basically see which one is currently equipped to your player. You can't click on this or anything, but you can at least tell what you're wearing at the moment. So you can see here the slot now turns a darker color, similar to how the equip slots here do. So you'll see if I de-equip, that's a lighter color. But if we go back here, you see it's a darker color. If I can de-equip it, I take it off, no more armor information. It's gone from here and it has the lighter color again. If I equipped it and then I drop it, it removes it from all the places, so that works perfectly fine. You can see it on the ground here. So I'll just equip that for now, and then the way that I have everything else set up just temporarily so I could test things is if you mine iron ore, which you can only mine with the debug hammer anyways, you get the full set of iron armor. So the way the iron armor works is you have a chest plate, gloves, and helmet, because that's kind of the only thing you can see visually from this type of player art. So if I equip that, I get this little like iron casing. If I equip the gloves, I get these little things on my hands. The lighting is very, like the sun in the game is very bright right now, so you can't really see it because it kind of reflects really brightly. But if I turn this down to say 1, yeah, you can see a little bit more detail in the armor. But yeah, so that's the whole armor system, as well as the new NPC system that I'm still working on because I have a few things I want to change. But if we look around here, we should find a slime. So yeah, here's one. So they don't move at all at the moment. You can push them around. They don't damage the player either yet. That's all set up, but I didn't feel like it was the thing I wanted to go for with the slime. I want it to move around, but I don't want it to attack the player. You can see it has 4 health. I can hit it. 3 health. Also, a damage indicator comes up, and that flashes on the screen for the amount of damage you do if I use the debug hammer. 999. Slime doesn't drop anything, but there's a second type of slime that spawns. And this is sort of how the basic progression system works. You can see here's another one. But if I find the actual, so there's a type of slime that spawns called a strange slime. And if you play Terraria, you'll know that items can spawn inside of slimes. So a strange slime has a steel axe in it, and that's how you're supposed to get the steel axe. And then using the steel axe, if you head to the desert biome, which is up here, and there's none here, but generally there's a loot crate that spawns on this type of tile. If you mine that, then you get a hammer, which then you can mine the iron, and that's sort of like a basic system of progression. But I'm going to quickly, I'm going to first save this, and you'll see here, loads up there. But I'm going to make a new world, and I'm going to try and find a strange slime. Okay, so we're in a new game here. It seems we spawned in a meadow biome, so the slimes will only spawn in the maple forest, which you'll also notice I removed the maple trees because I thought they looked horrendous. Here's a regular slime. I'm just going to use my little scene view to try and find one here. They should be pretty noticeable once you find one. They are quite rare, so that's probably something I'll have to alter in the code. We might not have one at all, in which case there is one in the inspector window, so I will just quickly find that. You'll see slime with steel axe is right here. He'll be at spawn. Yeah, here he is. I'm just going to move him over a little bit. Probably take him into this biome. So now if I head downwards, I should find him. Yeah, so you'll see here, strange slime. He has an axe inside of him. You can kind of visualize that. He has the same amount of health, doesn't do anything different than a regular slime at the moment. So if I beat him up, he drops a steel axe, which obviously I can pick up. Does 1 damage in comparison to the 999 from the debug hammer, which is interesting. I can equip that, take that around, and then obviously, like I was saying, these little crates, these will drop a hammer, which in turn I want you to be able to mine iron and use that for crafting the armor, because the armor is made of iron. So yeah, that should be about everything that was changed this week. Really not a lot. Once again, if you want to know the background on how I coded it, it wasn't actually that hard. This week was pretty relaxed. And yeah, so that's the new debug, or rather devlog style I want to try and achieve, because the old devlog style took a lot of work and I didn't really have the time for it. So yeah, we're going to conclude this here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in next week's devlog.